Hello, my name is Jane Doran, and I chose Iran as my country of origin project. After the victory of the Islamic Revolution of 1979 and a nation vote, Iran is officially renamed the Islamic Republic of Iran and became a theocratic state. The capital of Iran is Tehran. The population of Iran is approximately 74.1 million people. The system of government is Unitary Islamic Republic. The official religion is Muslim. 91% of the population are Shiite Muslims, while 8% are Sunni Muslims. Less than 1% of the population is Christian or Jewish. The official language is Persian or Farsi. The official currency is the rial. The education system in Iran is divided into 5 cycles. The public schools are gender segregated. Universities also try to keep the genders apart, however, they may be in the same classroom, but there is gender segregated seating. Before I go on, there is 3 characteristics of the Iranian education system worth mentioning. 1. Elementary education is mandatory under the Iranian constitution. 2nd, the general education such as the primary, secondary, and post-secondary level is free of charge. However, private schools and universities are authorized by law and are allowed to charge tuition fees. Thirdly, due to increasing numbers of applicants, admissions to post-secondary institutions is through a nationwide entrance examination called the concours. The concours is extremely difficult, and thus only the most talented students can enter the university. The school system is under the jurisdiction of the Ministry of Education and Training. Textbooks are standardized and must be prepared and approved by the Ministry of Education. In addition to schools, this ministry also has responsibility for some teacher training and some technical institutes. The structure of the educational system under this ministry is divided into 5 cycles, as I mentioned earlier. The first cycle is the preschool education cycle. It is optional. It is a 1-year program for children 5 years old in which students receive the basic needs to enter primary school. There is no exam at the end of this cycle, and children proceed automatically to the following cycle. The second cycle, the primary education cycle. The 5-year primary education cycle covers grades 1 through 5 for children 6 to 11 years old. This phase is both free and compulsory. The primary education program includes religious training and the study of the Quran, Persian composition, dictation, Persian reading, comprehension, social studies, art, hygiene, natural science, mathematics, and physical education. Special emphasis at this level is given to reading comprehension. In grade 1, half of the 24 allotted teaching hours are set aside for this discipline. At the end of each year, students take an exam. They must score at least a 10 to be promoted to the next grade. At the end of grade 5, a nationwide examination is given. Those who pass the exam are qualified to proceed to the next cycle. The third cycle, the middle or guidance cycle, covers grades 6 through 8 for children 11 to 13 years old. This is a 3-year mandatory program in which the emphasis on instruction changes from teaching general knowledge to an effort at helping a student discover an area of specialization. At this level, the subjects of history, geography, Arabic, vocational training, foreign languages, and defense preparation are added to the curriculum. Mathematics and natural science are given a larger proportion of the teaching hours, although Persian language and literature remains the focus of instruction. In the area of religious training, religious minority groups are given their own special subjects. Students who successfully pass a regional examination conducted at the end of the cycle receive a general certificate of guidance education. Students take exams at the end of each year on which their promotion to the following grade is based. The fourth cycle is the upper secondary educational cycle, and it is not mandatory. The cycle covers grades 9 through 12 from ages 14 to 17. Secondary education is divided into 2 main branches, academic general and technical vocational. The choice of either branch is up to the student themselves. The academic branch, also known as the theoretical branch. The theoretical branch is comprised of general academic disciplines such as mathematics, physics, empirical sciences, human sciences, and economics. Students in this curriculum must take 63 units of general study and an additional 36 units in one field of specialization. After completing this track, they take the national examinations and, if successful, are awarded the high school diploma, making them eligible for the pre-university course. The fifth cycle is a one-year program designed to prepare them for university. Successfully completing pre-university study earns them the pre-university certificate and the right to take the concours, which is a very difficult national entrance examination. The grading system. Promotion through the Iranian education system is based on end-of-year examinations at primary, intermediate, secondary cycles, and post-secondary cycles. At primary, intermediate, and secondary schools, system of grading is based on a 0 to 20 scale. An average scale of at least 10 is required for promotion. At the post-secondary level, a system of grading based on a 0 to 20 scale is also used. The letter grade equivalents are A equals 17 to 20 points, B equals 14 to 16.9 points, C equals 12 to 13.9 points, and D equals 10 to 11.9 points. Teacher qualifications in Iran is different from that of the U.S. In order to teach in Iran's primary and lower secondary or guidance school, teachers must have a high school diploma, and they are trained in just 2 years in a teacher training center where they obtain an associate's degree. Teachers in public schools are required to be engaged in in-service education. In-service education is used by the Ministry of Education as a tool to manage change in the education system. The teachers who pass in-service education programs are eligible to receive a certificate for their training. In-service certification would be considered an important factor in teachers' evaluations and add to their credentials. Teachers have to pass several assessments after they start their in-service programs at universities. Schools have contracts with universities and send their teachers to these universities to pursue in-service credentials. In order to teach in the secondary schools in Iran, students must pass the national entrance examination, ask for a scholarship, and follow a 4-year course leading to a bachelor's degree. Upper secondary school teachers are trained at Terbiat Malalam University and the University for Teacher Education. Both universities are in Doran. Teachers in the U.S. also have in-service hours that are required upon graduation. In order to teach in the U.S., graduate students must hold a bachelor's degree. The education in Iran has its similarities, but mostly its differences. The grading scale is different. Promotions are based differently. In the U.S., students can pass to the next grade with an educational plan. In Iran, if the subject isn't passed, the student is not promoted. The classrooms in the public schools of Iran are gender segregated, and men cannot teach in a girls' classroom. The student-teacher ratio is 31 to 1. Students are taught self-defense classes and take an exam. In this area, the U.S. does not condone fighting, and there are many campaigns against bullying. Religion is a required subject in Iran. The U.S. public schools are prohibited from teaching religion as a belief system. Primary school in Iran comprises of grades 1 through 5, middle school is grades 6 through 8, and high school is grades 9 through 12. In Iran, it is not mandatory to go to pre-primary cycle 1, which would be like our kindergarten, and it is not mandatory to go to the upper secondary cycle 4, which would be like our high school. In order for a student to go to college in Iran, they must have a high school diploma and take a 1-year pre-university course work class and pass the concours to get into a university. This exam is very difficult. In the U.S., our elementary schools are grades 1 through 5, our middle school is grades 6 through 8, and our high school is grades 9 through 12. All students must go to school through the age of 16. At the age of 16 years old, a student in the United States is eligible to drop out of school. In the U.S., all students can attend college right after high school. This concludes my presentation on Iran. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.